Let's face it, fat loss can be frustrating at times, but those frustrations don't need to hold you back from achieving your goal of looking and feeling your best. In this video, I'm going to share examples from some of my clients' recent experiences and how we overcame those frustrating situations. I'd love to hear if any of them relate to you, so please take a moment to share your thoughts in a comment down below. In this first example, my client has been absolutely kicking butt. The first 4 weeks we've been working together, he's already lost 11 pounds. But I noticed during this 5th week, his weight was starting to creep up a bit. I've been following his food journal, his workout logbook, and everything appeared to be consistent. So I reached out to him like, hey man, how's everything going? How's your sleep been? How's your stress been? How's life? I just want to make sure that you've been logging everything in your food journal here, that you haven't been leaving anything out. He's like, I've been tracking everything. I've been completely on point and dialed in with my nutrition. Starting to feel a little frustrated seeing that number go up on the scale. Like, if you didn't know that number, you'd be ecstatic right now. You'd have so much to celebrate. You've been nailing the process day in and day out, doing everything that you need to do in order to achieve your goal of looking and feeling your best. The scale can be a useful tool, but it can also be misleading at times. So you really need to detach emotion from that experience and just focus on spotting the trends over time. Don't let a single daily weigh-in have any kind of impact on your emotional state or what you believe to be progress, and make sure that you're moving in the right direction. You really need to take a bigger picture approach. And when you look at the big picture, the past 5 weeks, you've been absolutely kicking butt. It's really important to, again, like I said, detach emotion from that experience, but to use various tools in order to gauge your progress. He had just mentioned that his pants literally fell off him the other day because he's been losing so much weight. He's been making such great progress and looking in the mirror, feeling great, moving better, performing better, just feeling more confident. Probably so many different aspects of this process that you can realize I am making progress. That scale isn't an accurate representation of the effort that I've been putting forward. So I'm like, all right, let's take a look at what's been going on. So your nutrition has been pretty much consistent here. Your training has been consistent. What would be a difference? And he said that he started noticing that he was feeling bloated this week, and I think it might have something to do with a medication that he was taking there. So okay, that could have something to do with it. And also noticed that he was trying to bump up his protein intake there, which is a good thing. It was on the lower end, so he's doing a lot of the right things. So maybe he's holding on to a little bit more waste in his digestive system. So like, the great news is here that it's just bloat. You know, you're not gaining fat during this week. You're doing all the right things that have allowed you to drop 11 pounds in this first 4 weeks. It's not like suddenly you're going to gain fat from following that same diet right now. It's just something is causing that bloat in your system. And when it comes to bloat, oftentimes it all works itself out. And the next thing you know, whoosh, you get a rapid drop in weight loss afterwards. And okay, I'm glad I didn't throw in the towel here because the scale was going up. It was just some bloat that I was holding on in my digestive system. We realized, all right, maybe it was the medication. I got off that and the bloat went away. Or maybe my body now adapted to the higher protein intake and I'm feeling so much better now. There's also been some stomach bugs going around right now. Even though if you're not like feeling sick or anything, it could be throwing off your digestive system. I know that's been happening with a lot of people around here locally. So there could be a lot of factors in play here. But again, when it's just bloat, it's very easy to, you feel it. You know that it's just an uncomfortable feeling on your stomach, and it's likely got nothing to do with what you're doing in this journey to lose fat. It's got nothing to do, you don't need to make any drastic changes to your nutrition or to your activity or anything like that. You just need to stay the course, trust the process that has been working for you for the past 4 weeks here, and just see how your body responds in the upcoming week. And they can reflect back on these journeys and think back to those times where you felt frustrated with what was revealed on the scale, and realize, okay, the scale is useful for me in the big picture here. I can spot the trends. I know I'm moving in the right direction, but those single little weigh-ins can throw me off if I allow them to. But if I just detach emotion from that experience and just treat it as data, plot it on the chart, and continue focusing on nailing the daily tasks, celebrating the fact that I'm nailing those daily tasks, I know I'm going to achieve my goal. The second example is another client who's also been absolutely kicking butt. This guy has faced countless temptations and really impressed me with how he's handled each and every one of the situations. Now this week he attended a ball game and left feeling frustrated with how he allowed himself to go overboard drinking 4 beers and foods from the concession. I'm like, man, you gotta be kind to yourself. You've absolutely been owning and dominating this process for a few months now. This is just one day. You only went 500 calories overboard, and you can easily balance things out at the end of the week. So be kind, forgive yourself, and really use this as an opportunity to learn and grow. What do you feel you could improve upon the next time you're in this situation? situation. And he made note that he's become a lightweight since really cutting way back on alcohol. He's finding that like one beer, he feels it. So he really noticed that his senses became dull, like kind of numb after that one beer, which made it easier and easier for him to have another one, have more food here. So lesson learned, the next time you're in this situation, after having one beer and you start craving or thinking that you want another one or having more food there, think to yourself, do you actually want that? Do you actually need that other beer? Do you need to have more food there? Or is it the alcohol talking here? So this is a great learning experience. And again, realizing that, you know what, okay, I went overboard, but really it wasn't that bad. It's just a little bit overboard. In the past, I probably would have gone way more overboard than that. So really celebrate these victories. Celebrate that you are taking this time to learn from that experience. And you know, the next time you're going to face a situation, it's going to be better. And knowing that, you know what, chances are it's going to happen several more times down the road. And your goal isn't to be perfect each and every time. It just makes small improvements each and every time. Learn from each experience so you can become better and better and better. Now, this third example is affecting way too many of my clients, where they've been receiving negative comments from the people closest to them. Unfortunately, for several of them, it's been their spouse who has been the most critical, which makes it a very delicate situation to deal with. Now, in these situations, I tell them like this, once again, is a great opportunity to improve your communication skills and enhance, like build upon your relationship with your partner, with your family. Really encouraging you to not get frustrated, not get worked up in these situations, to really handle them with a sense of grace and humility. So really evaluating the situation, realizing I can't control what others think, what they say, what they do. I can only control how I interpret, internalize, and respond and react in these situations, and try to react and respond in a way that's going to not only serve you best, but serve your marriage and your relationships best in the process as well. So when you come from it from a calm perspective rather than a defensive perspective, really allows the communication doors to open even more, to learn and grow together, really learn more about each other and how you can, again, continue to help each other become the best versions of yourself. Now, in one scenario, one of my coaching clients handled it really well. I think he's really close to achieving his fat loss goal, so he's already really lean. He's thinking to himself, you know what, let's switch gears right now. We'll go through a muscle building phase, a nice slow and steady, gentle calorie surplus, and see if she feels better about how I look in this situation. If a little bit more muscle makes her realize that, makes her think that I'm not so skinny anymore. She can handle the level of leanness if I have a little bit more muscle mass on me. So we're gonna experiment, see how that goes. I'm like, dude, like who knows? Like everything happens for a reason. This may be a great opportunity for you to discover that you don't have to get that lean to look and feel your best. You're already really lean right now. Maybe adding a little bit more size at this point is exactly what your body needs, and you realize where you're going to thrive and absolutely feel your best. Now, this is a topic I can completely relate to. When I lost 50 pounds of fat and gave myself six-pack abs for my 36th birthday, nearly 12 years ago, my ex-wife was my only critic. She would tell me all the freaking time that I looked frail, that she found me more attractive when I was fatter, even though we got together and started dating and got married when I was lean, fit, and athletic. So I couldn't understand, like now that I finally got back to what was congruent with who I am, where I'm able to thrive and feel my best, perform my best, be able to give the best of myself to all that I am doing, including my relationships there, she wants me to go backwards and get to that point where I'm feeling sluggish, lethargic, uncomfortable, full, and bloated. It just didn't make sense to me. And I just kind of found like the counter argument there, like, all right, what if I asked you or told you that, you know what, I would find you more attractive if you lost a few pounds there. I would like you to be skinnier. Like, don't think that would go over too well. It's amazing how people will get offensive if you tell them that they should lose weight, but they find it very, it's okay if they tell you that you shouldn't lose weight, you should get fatter there. Like I think it's really comes down to our society right now being mostly overweight and obese. It's like being fit just seems extreme to some people. They're just not used to seeing it, even though it used to be the norm decades ago. Like being fit, athletic, and lean was the norm. It's crazy to see pictures of the beaches, what they look like back like decades ago compared to what we're looking at right now. So I think it's just a societal norm here, but I think what's most important, like for myself personally, is to, a relationship in general, it shouldn't be based just on look. So you only want to be married to me if I am fat, or if married to me if I am leaner. Like it shouldn't be about appearance. There should be more substance to that relationship. If that's really going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, I think there's other underlying issues, which was definitely the case in my relationship. I don't think getting fatter again would have solved my marriage and fixed everything, and I'd still be married to this day. That's definitely not the case there. So again, it really comes down to compromise, having important discussions and letting them know that what's important to you is being true to yourself, to always becoming the best version of yourself, which includes these open communications here. But again, like kind of finding that balance there. Maybe you don't have to be quite as lean to feel your best and look your best. Maybe you're in your sweet spot. If you gain just a little bit, they're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You're going to feel and perform your best. Just kind of find that middle ground there. But really, in the big picture, it's tough. It's a tough situation to be in when it is your spouse. I'm not going to give any kind of advice on that. We're really welcome to hear any kind of input from others out there who have been in similar situations, how you would handle those situations. It's one thing if it's a friend or a colleague or something like that. It's completely different if it's a spouse, because it's a bond there. There's a partnership involved, and a lot of times there's kids involved in everything. So in the big picture, there's so much more to fat loss than just eat less, move more. There's a lot of these situations that we really need to navigate in order to help us eat less consistently and move more consistently and achieve our goal and doing what is truly in our best interest, being true to ourselves and truly living our lives to the fullest with confidence, pride, zest, and vitality. So these are just a few of the frustrations that many of us experience. I'd love to hear which ones related most to you. So please take a moment to drop a comment down below to share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback. Let me know if there's other frustrations that I didn't cover in today's video that you've been experiencing yourself, especially as of recent there. And if you did enjoy today's video, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want some more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.